A lemur leaf frog is a relatively small tree frog native to areas of Central South America, primarily throughout Costa Rica, Panama, and into a little bit of Colombia. They are a pretty small tree frog. They're about the same size as the poison dart frogs that can be found on exhibit here in the Discovery Center. So they only weigh a couple of grams, 2 to 4 grams or so. Unlike most frogs, which we think of as hopping around and jumping from place to place, lemur leaf frogs actually tend to walk across the various leaves and foliage that you can find them on in the humid tropical rainforests of Central South America there. Lemur leaf frogs are a critically endangered species of tree frog that have suffered from, of course, as most other animals, encroachment from humans and loss of habitat. They are starting to fall prey to a fungal infection known as chytridiomycosis. It is a fungal disease that has started to ravage various amphibians, frogs in particular, throughout the world as the fungal spores have begun to spread to different parts of the world. What makes them a little bit more special among other frog and amphibian species, though, is that they have a natural resistance to this fungal disease. They're not completely immune, so they are still experiencing population declines due to this fungal disease, but their slight resistance to it shows promise for future studies and tests to be able to come up with treatments that can combat the disease or even potentially breed these resistances into future frog generations that we are able to reintroduce that allow them to naturally combat the fungal infection as it starts to be introduced into their native ranges. While these frogs do not have an SSP assigned or created for them, they are still critically endangered, and so the upkeep of their population in captivity is still an important aspect of their conservation. Lemur leaf frogs also make for a great exhibit animal. They're a particularly fun, funky, and unique looking tree frog that is a little bit apart from your typical tree frog's morphology, and that you can see that in their long and slender body frames and their long and slender legs, which they use, as I mentioned, to walk along their leaves rather than hopping away and jumping as you might typically associate a frog with. The lemur leaf frogs are not yet on exhibit, though they will be coming soon in the new reptile and amphibian wall that we are expanding in the Discovery Center. So look forward to finding them in this new expansion.